Sean Michael Cox, who's a professor of political science at Bahcesehir University and also senior advisor at the Global Policy Institute in Washington, D.C. He joins me live here in the studio. Before we talk about anything else, the surprise that you see on the screen right now.
Well, the surprise is that the anticipated blue wave that had been building up and building momentum and been reported on didn't really manifest itself in any way. Yes, Arizona seems to have gone as the Democrats would like it, but Trump had a surprisingly strong showing in Florida, and he's kept Wisconsin very, very close, as well as the last time I checked, he still is leading in the vote count in some of the other critical states like Michigan and Pennsylvania too. So that is a bit of surprise that he has had a stronger showing than was anticipated by polling across the board.
And very quickly, one more on the polls, what happened to them?
Well, they seem to be slightly more accurate than 2016, but as everyone saw going into the election, there were a lot of caveats. These are just polls, they can be inaccurate, they might not tell the whole picture, explain everything, explain all of the nuance, and whatever happens on election day itself could throw everything out of whack, and that seems to be what has happened again with Donald Trump.
Right, let me bring you to your area of expertise. Now, if Joe Biden wins, what will happen with U.S.-Turkish relations?
What I think we can expect is a reset to Obama-era policies and the type of relation the Obama administration had with the Erdogan administration and with the Turkish government. I think that Biden would take a harder stance on Turkish policies, for example, in the Middle East, in the Eastern Mediterranean, with respect to Syria, with respect to Azerbaijan. Joe Biden has himself stated that he thinks that the EU should become more involved in imposing sanctions on Turkey to get Turkey to fall in line with EU interests, with Western interests. It'll be more of a traditional policy of the Democrats that we've seen over the past decades.
And what are relations like between Joe Biden and the Turkish government?
They're not particularly good. I mean, there was an infamous article, interview published in the New York Times last December that even up until this week, Turkish supporters of the Erdogan administration were retweeting to demonstrate how negative a Biden presidency could be for Turkish interests, not just vis-a-vis the United States, but vis-a-vis Europe and other parts of the world.
Now, if Donald Trump wins, will this bring Turkey and the U.S. closer?
It's very interesting because Donald Trump has favored leaders that he sees as strong and decisive, and Recep Tayyip Erdogan has been definitely one of these, and they seem to have had a very good relationship. But often he has crossed paths with Republicans in the Senate and in the House of Representatives as he has elected to side with the Erdogan administration against what are perceived to be U.S. interests. He is not beholden to any parties anymore if he wins, because he will be a president who'll serve out his last term. So he can do whatever he wants. And as we've seen, Donald Trump often does whatever he wants.
Indeed. Sean Michael Cox, will leave it there. Thank you very much indeed. Pleasure to have you here today.